As schools are starting to admit students, both nationals and international students, so I observed some few things which I want to point out in this video so that people who have the intention of applying to different schools or universities this year, they need to have this at the back of their mind. So let me start with number one, which is motivational letters. So for most people who are applying for masters, I believe they will be required to write motivational letter. And I've seen some people that approach me, bro, how do I write my motivational letter? Do I use AI or do I need to pay someone? To be honest with you, I will tell you, please don't use AI. If you're writing motivational letter for your schools or maybe if you're going for PhD or anything, please don't use AI. Because if you use AI to write your motivational letter and you submit it alongside your application, trust me, the school they have tools in place to know that this thing is written by AI and it's not by human being. Because I remember one of our teachers, she's she's very strict. Let me use that word. When she gives us assignment, she will tell us, please don't use AI, don't use ChatGPT, don't use Copilot, don't use Gemini or anything. Just write it by yourself. Because if you use any of these tools, there are systems in place that will detect that this was written by AI. So imagine now, school is requesting that you write a motivational letter, and you end up writing the whole thing with AI, and you submit to them. When they run a check on that letter you sent to them, an AI tool there will still detect that it is written by AI. So it's better if you just figure everything with your brain, just write it the way you feel it is, you proofread the whole thing, then you send to them. It's better than using AI tool, which is number one. Then the next one is apply to more than one schools, guys. Please, I'm begging you guys, apply to more than one schools because it helped me. It was a lifesaver for me. The first school which I applied to, it was a polytechnic though. I applied, the application fee was 60 euros. So I applied. Then I applied to this my vocational school. 25 euro was the application fee. When I applied, the polytechnic didn't give me admission, but the vocational school gave me admission. Now, what am I trying to say here? Assuming I only apply for to the other school, which is a polytechnic, I won't be here today. You know, so I just had to take two chance because when I was doing this thing, I told my mentor like I applied to another school. She was like, "Nice, good." You know, if this didn't work, another one will work. Of course, most times if you look at the application fee, it's quite high. You see, so most times you'll be like, "Why am I spending so much for only application fee?" Trust me, it's a way of trying to have plan A or plan B. I actually met someone who applied to two schools and got admission to those two schools. But the thing now is the first school was not able to actually admit him because they said the age gap was much because he was going for BSc. So the age gap between his WAEC and his current age was much. So they said they can't admit him. So but the second school, they were just free, they gave him everything and he was admitted, he processed his visa, he got his visa, and he's here. I also met someone who applied to three schools and still got three admissions from the three schools. So it's all about you planning yourself, having plan A, plan B, or plan C. So if you ask me, I would advise you apply to more than one school. Apply to two or three. The application fee is not easy. 50 euro, 60 euro. It's not easy, but trust me, it's a way of trying to have multiple choices. If one doesn't work, another one will work. All right. So the next other one I want to point out, which is the point three, is authentication and legalization. Trust me. You know, my first school, the Polytechnic I told you guys, I was not admitted because my document was not legalized. They gave me 1 week to submit a legalized copy of my document. I responded back with a message informing them that my legalization is still on process, that they should give me time. they gave me 1 week grace. After the 1 week, they said the time has elapsed. So that was the reason why I was not admitted. Now, before you start applying, please take care of legalization and authentication, which is very, very important. I've actually said this in before. Schools here, here in Portugal, there's this thing called the Head Convention. They want to see that stamp on our certificates for people coming from other countries that are not in the EU. So for someone who is coming from a different country which is not on the EU, please take care of your authentication and legalization. I've actually made a video on this particular thing, explaining how you can go about the whole thing, how to get it done, and just finish the process. All right. So the next other point I want to point out, which is the point 4, is get prepared. Guys, don't rush. Trust me, don't rush. If you're not able to meet up this year, you still have next year. Of course, they say delay is dangerous. You need to get everything done. Like speed is necessary. But trust me, if you are not prepared, it's more like you are going to give away. Let me use the word I give away. You are giving away your 50 euro application fee to the school. Now, why am I saying this? Before you apply, take your time. Go through the school application requirement, their documentation. What do they require? So after reading all these things, ask yourself this question: do I meet this requirement? This thing that the school is demanding, do I have it? All the criteria, all the documentation, do I have it? Because when you go ahead and apply and you do not meet the requirement, trust me, application fee is not refundable. They will not refund the money back to you. The money is gone. It's written there, non-refundable. So if you're paying 50 euro to apply for a particular course, just know that it's just more like you are throwing a stone in one deep ocean that you will not get back. But you still have this belief that everything will work out fine. But you just need to make sure that you read the requirements, make sure that you have the requirements. When it comes to legalization, some school, they are very lenient. All right. When you apply, you email them or inform them that your legalization is taking time, that you will present a legalized document once you are done. Some school will understand. Some school will say, okay, no problem. They look forward to it. Why some school, they are so strict, they will tell you that they want to see a legalized document. And if you submit an application, you make the payment, trust me, and you fail to submit a legalized copy, your choice, So these just the few things that you need to be aware. Because the 60 euro which I lost from one of my schools was because I failed to submit the legalized documents. All right. So going through the requirements, looking at these things, asking yourself this question: be sincere. Do I meet this requirement? If you are sure that you meet it, then you submit. Because one of our professors, she will tell us that before you go ahead and do anything, or before you click send button, bim, that's how she normally says it. Before you click send, bim, make sure that you proofread, you go through it, you ask yourself this genuine question: is this thing complete? Do I meet the requirement? Am I sure that this is thoroughly done before you hit send, before you submit? All right. So these are just a few points I want to point out, because people have sent me a lot of mails asking me the same questions, and this is the same thing I keep responding to them, that make sure that you get yourself prepared. If you fail to meet up this year, that's in next year. And the good thing is, most schools, they have like 3 application phases, 2 application phases. So if you're not able to meet up the first phase, try to meet up with the second phase, so that you not go and give away your 50 euro or your 20 euro, because it's not coming back. All right. So this is just my own take on all these things. I just want to point out this in this video. So please, if you have any questions, leave it on the comment section and I'll respond to you immediately. Meanwhile, give this video a thumbs up so that it will be pushed out to people who are also looking for similar videos, and subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys. This is Omasi always. Thanks and bye for now.